Meher Baba ki jai. But there was a time when I started saying Jai Meher Baba ki. And there's a little background to that. I was reading the reminiscences written by Malcolm Schloss. And when Baba was, for the first time in the States in 1931, staying at Harmandy Hudson, many people met him. One of them was a clairvoyant and clairaudience who knew much about it and all that. She met Baba. And after that, she wanted to be with Baba and work for him. So I said, no, you continue the work that you are doing. It is not that those who come to Baba have to be in the Baba group, Baba community and work. It is not, for Baba it is not that. Whatever your impressions are, Baba, that's why I call Baba the most natural one. So he allows you to go by that path and he said, you go with your work and I will be with you. So she said, all right, Baba, I do. And as she was leaving, Baba took his board and he spat on it. I am the key. And she was so surprised because in her clairaudience, sometimes she used to hear within her that one day you will find the key. And just all of a sudden, here Baba says, I am the key. So, when we say here, Avatar Meher Baba ki jai, so nowadays I started saying, Jai Meher Baba the key. It's a nice that sound that reminded me of it sound. Baba, he is the key, he is the master key. Baba has said that his name was not Meher Baba when he was born. He was Meherwan. But for his universal work, then he became Meherwanji, then he became Meherwan Se, then he became some other else, I don't know what Mehro, the parents called him. But somehow, in a very natural way, someone suggested, why don't we call you Meher Baba? He said, yes. So just in a natural way, he had his name Meher Baba, which became the universal key for all. And as one of my friends, as you are all mine. So as I share my madness with them, they also feel free to share such things with me. So she said, Bal, if you spell the word Meher Baba, it means compassionate father. But if you reverse the order of the letters, Meher Baba, from Meher Baba you get to A-B, Abraham, or Abba Rahim. So he's universal. From Abraham to Rahim and Sufism and all that. So how this can be? So to me, that's why Baba's name is the key. And when I was, not necessarily, when Baba was in Andhra, I happened to be with him when he said. And there are some people coming asking this question, that question, problems. And I don't know who is without no problems. Some are good problems, some we can solve ourselves and all these things. But these people started coming to Baba, and then Baba told them, Ramarao may not be hearing, but it was at Eluru when Baba was there, near the window, some people coming, this Baba. Baba tell them, remember that I am the doctor of doctors and my name will solve all the problems. So he said it with authority. It was not just joke. He said that name, it said, that sound it said. Yesterday I was just going to some book from Israel, someone had sent me, where she has said about this Nad and Shabd, which is also in a way, all is related in Sikhism and all these things. But what I mean to say, Baba's name, that's why Baba would say someone, take my name, remember me. And as Mani would say, when Baba says, love me, so how can anyone love anyone? It's not possible. Love cannot be imposed. It has to be from inside. But Mani said, when Baba says love me, he meant that he is ready to help you if you wish to love him. So that's why Baba's name is there. What's the next program?
Actually, can I just, because this thought came to me just when you were saying about Baba coming to, people coming to Baba with questions and all. There was an incident in Baba's ministry that Erich had shared where Baba was holding a big darshan program. And people, again, kept coming up with questions. So Baba delegated Pukar. I don't know if all of you know who Pukar is, but he was a great Baba lover and close to Baba. And said, put all the questions, Pukar, you be my deputy. Put all the people's questions, they'll come to you. You stick them in your pocket, and afterwards I will answer them. So the program was a wonderful program. Everyone was happy, taking darshan and all. And now and again, Baba would glance over and people would be going up to Pukar, putting in their questions, and he had a big pocket and would put them inside. Now the program ended, and a few days go by, and then Baba calls Pukar and he says, so, now's the time. Bring out your list. And Pukar doesn't know at first what he's talking about. He says, no, the list of all the questions that you were collecting so many questions. I was seeing this. And Pukar turns to Baba and says, but Baba, you know what happened? Every time somebody would bring me a question, and then it would be their turn, they would have your darshan, and then a little later they'd come back and say, can I have my question back because he's already answered it? And now I have no questions because everyone came back and said their questions have been answered. So that reminded me of that his being.
And at the same time, there was another story. When we come to Baba, he awakens us. And as I sometimes share, when I was in school, I was told the meaning where to use the word should and where we should use the word ought. And so the teacher said, we do not what we ought not, we do. So when we come to Baba and as he awakens us, so all these things come up. Oh Baba, before coming, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. Should I say this to you? Will you forgive me on all these things? So in one of the other tools, Pukar himself felt, because he was a revolutionary, he was even talked against Baba and all these things. So he wrote a letter and put that letter of confession in his pocket. So Baba was in one of the railway, we call it waiting hall or whatever it is, and he says, Baba, what is it? Baba, something personal. What is it? I said, Baba, it is not personal. I said, Baba, keep it. When I am free, then you ask me. So some people from Hamirpur, Baba's working is such. Sometimes he work on a certain level and people do have such sort of experience all that time. So the people come and they also try to give Baba the letter. Baba says, give it to Pukar. So now Pukar was a quite big man and big shirt he had and 2 pockets. So his pocket started bulging with this, and Baba said, when I am free, then you ask me. And how would Baba be free? 15 days, every day we have to visit 3 places. And sometimes Pukar would go before Baba and put his hand like this. Baba said, Baba, you would know, is this the time? Am I not busy now? You are asking me now. All right. So at last once he dared when Baba was having his lunch. He said, you are not even going to have me time for lunch? So he felt crestfallen. Now, the other tour is over. And at Vijayawada, we come to Bombay side, and those who go to Uttar Pradesh, they have to change the train for going to Hamirpur side. Am I right, Lata?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was at that time. Now that's the last time. Baba says, tell me. And now, when to tell? He had no time. So at last he dared to say, and he said, Baba, you asked me to read out these letters to you, but now there is no time when we would be leaving this time. So Baba said, oh, I see. So do one thing now. If those who ask me the question, they think that I am Baba, the all-knowing one, then there is no need to ask the question. And if they feel that I am not Baba, what I said to be, then what need is there to tell someone who doesn't know these things? So what's the need of reading out these letters to me? So do one thing. When you go back to Hamirpur, go to the river Betwa, take my name, throw all of the letters and drop them. So those are Baba's name. Well, today, as you all have come, song and all that, so as I told, what should I say? Well, it reminded me of a Urdu couplet, which Baba, आप तो समझ जाएंगे उर्दू कपले एक बात समझ में आ न सकी एक राज समझ में आ न सका आगाज मोहब्बत आप करे नाम हमारा होता है. So when Baba was there in Delhi, some servant was sleeping in the other room, and while sleeping he was singing these two lines. So Baba said, Kumar was there, Shatrugna Kumar, Amrit's father. He said, call him. And then he calls that boy. He said, what were you singing at the time? So he said, Baba, I was saying this, what I said just now, and not the literal meaning. So free rendering of it is this. I don't understand. एक बात समझ, I cannot understand this, what's happening to me. एक बात यही होगा ना, एक बात समझ में आ न सकी, एक राज समझ में आ न सका. I don't know what is the secret. I can't unravel this secret. He says, and what is that secret? आगाज़ मोहब्बत आप करे, नाम हमारा होता है. It is you who has awakened love in our hearts. And people say, oh, he loves Baba very much. He does Baba's work and all these things. So it is beyond my understanding what is all these things going on. So whatever, so when I see you over here, coming over here, so I really feel it is he in his unconditional compassion, not keeping the account of my karmic account and bank account and you did this and you did that and nothing. So it was he who has this thing. So it is this thing that I feel. And I feel overwhelmed sometimes when people say, oh, you have done this thing, you have done this thing and all these things. So this thing, just I was thinking of you, that it is his grace, it is his compassion that helps us to express his love through words, songs, deeds, or whatever we are doing. So with this, I thought of this being the birthday. May I say something about the birthday?
Please.
I will talk them, say yes. So in India, generally we had what you call big families, or what you call joint family. Joint families, there would be aunts and so many cousins and all these things. And so if at all, and their children, and if they start having birthdays, there'll be no day left. So as far as I know, I don't think my parents celebrating my birthday at all, any time. But when we come to Baba, the dimension changes, the whole thing changes. My life, my food changes, my dress changes, my so many things changes. It continues to change. It's a never-changing one, and he ever renews our life. So it so happened that what I'm going to share 3 incidents. The first incident was this, that I read of Baba's birthday being celebrated at Nasik in 37. You must have read about it. What a beautiful account it was. Then he washed the feet of 10,000 Easterners were there. You must have seen the film when this sit and just eat like this. It's not easy at all. Quite funny, an experience. So and then Baba said, don't come when my birthday is celebrated. You have to celebrate his birthday at your place. So there was no time to be present with Baba on his birthday. But whenever you think from the heart, there is not a single, there could not be rather, a single wish from the heart which remains unfulfilled by Baba. He cannot hold back his compassion. He's impatient, rather, anxious. So then I had a time when we went to with Baba to Andhra. So it was his 60th birthday, and we were allowed to be with Baba. And that morning, Baba's birthday was celebrated. Am I right, Ramarao? Are you there?
Were you there? At Baba's birthday in 1960?
No, at Tadepalligudam.
सुना ही नहीं पड़ता है बस आपको देखते हुए बैठा हूँ
Okay, so say yes.
I'm stone deaf, you know. I'm just looking at him and looking at Baba.
And you're afraid to.
And this is the day, 49 years back, beloved Baba embraced me.
Yeah.
And I have come after 45 days touring Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and other places. How Baba is reaching people, it is really, I cannot describe it in any language.
Okay, now coming back to this birthday. So, Baba, his name was Dr. Dhanapati Rao. Baba used to call him the old man of Andhra, who really sowed the seed of Baba's love in the Andhra. So, in the morning, Baba's feet were, it was a rare occasion for me to see. So, Baba's feet were washed, he allowed the family, we were also there. And then we came out, and then his special message, I don't think it's necessary.
We don't have it. We have it.
You have it, if at all. You know, just one first paragraph. Yeah. So that was the time when I was for the whole day, right from the morning, I was with Baba, and then in procession he was taken. He didn't want it, but whatever people express, it is for the wish of the people that the procession was taken, and then when we came back, he gave that message, what is real birth and death. So let us have some of Baba's words. It is the first paragraph.
I am never born, I never die. I am never born, I never die. Yet every moment I take birth and undergo death. The countless illusory births and deaths are necessary landmarks in the progression of man's consciousness to truth, a prelude to the real death and the real birth. The real death is when one dies to self, and the real birth is when, dying to self, one is born in God,
Yes.
to live forever his eternal life consciously.
So that is why these birthdays, when we celebrate these birthdays, Baba has given this, that we have to keep this in mind, that this birthday is a birthday close to our dead day to live in him. So that's how Baba gave me a chance, and that was the first time, as I said, there were no birthday celebrated in my house, so I say it was such a nice occasion. I don't know whether I had a thought or not, or it was Baba's thing, that it so happened once that I will cut it short. I used to come and stay with Baba over here, and also at Guru Pune for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks or more than that. Just as he allowed me so, he gave me that, out of his compassion, he said, well, you have your connections directly established with me, and you can come and stay with me whenever you feel, but you have to inform me. A few other instructions were there. Anyway, so once in 1959, I was here in Diwali. So I stayed here with Baba for some days, and I was just going out. In those days, all these things, we used to come with our own bag and walk all the distance and come by buses and no cars and nothing like that. Baba's life was very, very, very simple. We don't have these walls whitewashed the way you have on the carpets. There were just two strips over here and all that, and all dirt over here. But that's a different thing. So I came here, and as I was going, I hear, I don't know whether I should call, was Ranu's voice a bit shrill or no? I don't know. She said, Baba, I was going that way, and she said, I said, what? I said, Baba, now I stayed with Baba for 10 days here. This is how his omniscience and as I call it, his omni-ignorance works. So I was here for 10 days, he didn't say to me anything. Now I'm leaving with my bag and I hear Ranu's voice, Baba is in the room. And then I said, what? Baba wants to know whether you would be here for the last 10 days of January. I said, of course, happily. Then I knew that Erech had some work, so he had to go to Pune, and that's why I was asked to be here. And that time it was also a sort of an occasion when Baba allowed me to attend the correspondence, whether Eastern or Western, and just whatever he replies and all these things and all that. And I had a nice time. Quite a lot of stories connected with that 10 days. But coming to this, while I was with him, it was maybe 23rd of January or so, and people, as we talked here and all these things, so somebody said, oh, tomorrow is birthday of Francis Brabazon, and they were preparing something to give him like this. I had no idea of this. I was raised in a very village, rustic, whatever you may call, jungly way. So I was not used to all these things. So when they said, oh, I see. But somebody is preparing something for Francis and all these things, and Baba would be here and all that. So I just casually said, oh, that's also my birthday. So somebody had that news, and it spreads. Like, so then now there was no time to prepare anything, a gift for me, but Mani, who has that, what we call that resourceful attitude or anything like that. So she thought of something, and at that time they have received certain booklets, specially printed, maybe by Healy Prince, or that
Warren Healy.
Warren Healy. So they had printed the prayer books with very nice cover and all that. So now, not many, but 5-6 people of us were here, and then as usual the things were going on, like birthday, Baba was happy, friends were done this, and I'm sitting silently. But as I knew, I don't want you to burden you with my poem that last night I wrote on Baba, if at all he allows me to read out to him. And then that was all given to Francis. And then Baba, I was just sitting right over here. It's a coincidence that I'm just sitting here where I was sitting. So Mani just comes and she gives Baba the book of prayers. And Baba just calls me, he extended, he said, come here, he says. And he gave me the master's prayer as a gift on this day. So I regard this as the greatest gift from the Master himself. On my birthday, the Master's prayer. So that is my remembrance of my birthday. Yeah, this lifetime birthday with Baba, wherein he gave me the Master's prayer. Maybe when I received the Master's prayer for the first time, I was not at all impressed by the words at all. It was sort of a dictionary of superlatives and even some unconnected words or something like that. But Baba allows us, when you are his child, you see, whatever the father may do, you can just read the pocket note, but give me a chocolate now. You can give me a slab, but I have every right to get a chocolate from you. So like this, I used to repeat those prayers because Baba has asked us to repeat it for some days. And slowly, when I came to Baba and saw him offering the prayer, I felt as if he was giving me that each word. So now when he gave me that prayer, he said, Bal, it is not for you to understand. It is all for what I am doing in my own way, in my own dimension. So this is just a frank reflection. And I have given you this, or I have given all, this prayer to repeat. And Baba really, as far as I know, hundreds of times, Baba would stand here and Eric would read out the prayer. Baba would first wash the hand and then legs bit astride, and then he would stand and offer the prayers. And I would say that he would fold his hands, which represent in a way for a Hindu as a Hinduism. And the word prayer began with Parvardigar, which to me, the Sufis or the Islamic word. And like the Zoroastrians, because they have very long prayers, they generally stand and they generally, because it start for half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, I don't know if Zoroastrian is here, Rustam is here, I don't know. And so they move like this and so, and the words were in English. So in a sense it was really, and perhaps you may know or you may not know, when this prayer was printed, on the first time it was called the Universal Prayer. Like the Universal Message, the title was the Universal Prayer. And then people started offering it with Baba. So naturally, as a practical way, they said, oh, Universal Prayer. So they said Parvardigar Prayer. So then the word changed and it became the Parvardigar. The Universal Prayer became the Parvardigar Prayer. And when it was sent to the West for printing, they said, what is this and what is that? And so then, so you want to please, this is just a friendly gathering, informal thing, and anybody is free to be here, to come and go, and there is nothing like official things. Where are your shoes? Outside. The English people. Sorry. So, what else?
When you went to America.
Yeah, and so then the name was changed, the Master's Prayer, which Baba accepted. And to this day, it is the Master's Prayer. So why, so we go back to that prayer. I say, it is your choice. What Baba selected in the end, for me, now it remains the Master's Prayer. And so, that was the gift that Baba gave. And it has special importance for me, because other completing his universal work for hours, he would come out in Guru Prasad and say out this prayer. It would be so, it's a different thing altogether, a different phase. First, Eric sometimes would have to, his shirt, he was so perspired that it would have to be just, what, inch? Some part of it like this. So, but then, even in that, he would look so lazy, but still he would say the Parvardigar prayer. And he would repeat the Parvardigar prayer. So, even in here at Naraza, he would repeat the Parvardigar prayer. So, whatever the words are, now they have been, in a way, is there a word called divinized? Can there be a word? I don't know. I'm not good at words.
That's a good joke.
That's so it everyone had, and the what you call the crowning part, what you call it?
You can say the crown.
The crowning part of it was this, that when Baba's body, according to his wish, was taken to Mehrabad on 31st, and was on the 7th, as wished by others, and as wished by him rather, was covered. The last thing that was said to looking at Baba's face was the Parvardigar prayer by Dr. Hariken in his loud sonorous voice, oh Parvardigar, all these things. So And when that was done, I don't know, a few things might have been done, and then that casket, what was called the cover was lowered down. So that thing, what he gave me, I'm not making much of myself, but I'm just telling you how precious I feel that he has given me. He has given so many people so many gifts, and you cannot compare whatever he gives. It is the infinity with it. It's not just the thing. He might have given someone a scarf, someone a kerchief, or someone something, but to me he gave, and I feel proud. Oh, he has given me the Master's prayer. Lord, at whatever it is, Baba, you have given it to me, and it is still stays with me. And with His grace, whatever may happen, every day He is helping me to teach that prayer has been also, along with his name, as I said, instead of saying Meher Baba Ki Jai, I say, what did I say? Jai Meher Baba Ki. Yeah, right. It's my sign, yeah, right. Madness. So it goes on like this, and then the third incident. It's a sign for me, okay, go on. So the third incident was this, that now Baba doesn't allow people to come for his birthday. He gave me a chance to be with him for his birthday. And it was much later, what happened? About the letters? 69 January. So Baba was so particular. Not the whole thing, just Baba was so particular that Eric also was so particular, those who were connected with him. He would remember that birthday. We are remembering him, and I found that he was remembering his dear ones more than the dear ones were remembering him. So now it is 24th is my birthday. So in those days, postal service was very quick. So I received a letter. Eresh knew Baba's ways, and Baba was not at all feeling well. This is his last week, 24th of January, 69. And still, as Eresh knew his ways and all these things, so he writes me a post. What is it?
We don't have the, I don't have, should I get it?
No. So he writes me a letter that, happy birthday and some cards and other things that were sent to me. So I was happy to receive that. But before I receive it, I had sent a letter to someone over here to have some tea and something on my birthday and send it to Meherazad. Some such thing I didn't. So now I received his letter on 24th of his love blessings. And on 24th, Baba is here, Francis is here, Erich is here, and right, particularly from 14th of January, Baba didn't come out of that room. 13th was the last day in this Mandi hall. From 14th he stayed in this room. So now with all that suffering, still he will attend to such things. And so, 24th, 1 week before, he decided to breathe his last, or whatever words you may use. So Francis was there, his birthday was, and then Erich said, well, Bal has sent something for us for tea and all these on his birthday. Read that letter, and that letter was read out. And then Baba said, no, write again. Now this from Erich, knowing him, he has written the letter. And Baba made him write on that very day a letter to me that whatever you had sent was accepted, received, and all these things. And Baba sends his. Was it that way?
Yeah.
Baba sends his
the time before Erich said Baba had not been well enough to even taste the curry,
Yeah.
which he generally enjoyed so much.
Yeah. So, but what happened was this. Yeah.
Baba said, right?
Yeah. So he remembered me again on that day. I was not here, so he remembered me. And then, just some years back, I heard the news from Janet that it was on that day that Baba asked, well, Bali is not here. So, why not garden? Why not garden? Was it that way? So, that was the last garland that was offered to Baba. On the garden. And after that, no garlands were offered to Baba. And then, I didn't know it, but somehow Dr. Kavat felt that it should be preserved, and some 2 years back, I didn't know then, only some years back, when they are doing all this for archive, and Janet is going through all these things, so she finds some note over here. This is the last garland offered to Baba on Bars. But these were my two.
Mary Lloyd also was going to share something food or
Is there anything for me to share?
Didn't I hear you say that you wrote a poem?
Yeah. That is published in one of the books. Who is that kid who is from Bedford? Who published books of poetry?
Phyllis Rucker?
No. But something I forgot to, because I forget things. So from all these things, I want to share one thing. I remember, I'm not a literary person, but these are the quotes that they use from Shakespeare. They say, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and greatness is thrust on some. So I belong to the third category. It is really his compassion and all these things. Otherwise, as I say, I have not even been to high school, I have not any such special qualities. I am not an artist, I am not a musician, I am not this, I am not that, but still. So it's Baba's thing that he has drawn me to him. And what else? Be more into these things. Yeah.
Earlier you said you had written something last night.
Yeah.
You might want to read out.
Yeah, this is at the end. Oh, let us end with this. So I said, Baba, they would be here, all would be my friend. So I may read out. You can read out this thing, what came to me, and also read it out.
okay.
So January 24th, 2002. May Meher Baba smile, ever radiating from the Samadhi, fill our hearts with his ever fresh presence. And may the loving remembrance of his name help us to hold on to his Dhamma through all the delights and trials of our lives. Avatar Meher Baba Ki
Jai. Happy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bob and Amber. Happy birthday to you.
Beloved, all my celebrations.
Amber's bad.
I got it.
Oh, yeah. It's not my birthday cake.
I got it.
It's her birthday. I had no idea. Yeah, sing happy birthday.
Sing it again for Amber.
Yeah.
To draw the
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amber. Happy birthday to
And shall we do it?
इसका दोनों शब्द जो है हिंदी में क्या मीनिंग होता है उसको बताइए. अंबर एंड सेकंड वर्ड सरनेम क्या है?
Mal.
हाँ उसको बोलिए मल्हारी है. Raga and amber is the
Sky.
blueness of the sky. I told her many times. आप बोल रहे थे बड़ा मजा आया.
Shall we do it a third time for Mama
अभी
Rao?
एक बार से मेरे को लिखा. इससे सब घबराता हूँ मैं. I am afraid of this now. He wrote to me sometime in hostel some ghazal.
Yeah.
The last line was, इश्क से सख्त घबराता हूँ मैं. He would be able to tell you. I am not able to recollect it. He wrote a letter to me sometime.
Last time when we come to Baba, last time when I started with my talk with a cousin, that again reminds me that it's again in Hindi. जब मैं चलूं, कहता भाई, जब मैं चलूं, तो साया भी हमारा साथ में दी. जब तुम चलो, तो जमीन चले, आसमान भी चले. So when I of my own try to do something, even my shadow is scared to accompany me or not. Should I go with him or not? But when you are beside me, the doors of earth and heaven just open. So may the doors of Baba's love and grace be ever open to you. It's much now. You can do anything. I thank you all for being here. And
Thank you for being here.
yeah.
Thank you, Baba, for apologies.
Bob,
Yeah.
Mary Lynn has a very short.
I don't mind.
I have a little story,
Okay.
and it makes me think of a Mandalay, this story, so I'll tell you.
Tell all.
Yes, I'll tell all of you. There was a student who heard about a treasure that was kept way at the top of a distant mountain. So he spent a very long time traveling to this place to get the treasure. And it was a difficult journey and a long one. And at last he arrived at the foot of the mountain, and then he pulled himself up the steep cliffs, and finally he pulled himself up to the top. And when he got there, there was an elderly man sitting in front of a cave. And the old man said, "What is it that you want?" And the student jumped to his feet and said, "I've come to get the treasure that you guard." So the old man got up and he walked into the cave, and he came directly out again with a pouch, a velvet pouch, and he untied the pouch and he dumped the contents into the student's hand. It was a giant ruby, beautiful, and the sun was dancing on every facet of this ruby, it was sparkling. And so the man said, "Here you are." And the student took it and he tucked it in his coat, and then he turned around, he bowed to the old man, he turned around and he started down the mountain. But he got halfway down and he stopped. And then he climbed back up again, and he pulled himself up to the top, and there was the old man sitting in front of the cave, and the old man said, "Well, what is it that you want now?" And the student said, "I want whatever you have that makes giving away that ruby so easy."
You know, that's very interesting because actually that story is taken from the Buddha. And it's the story of, how his very first disciple, how the very first disciple became his
But one of the
disciple.
Baba learners told us a joke about it. This was this, and that he was trying to climb the mountain and all that, and then he came across such a place where it was all mushy and just a few steps like that, and then he couldn't go up, and it was hard for him even to leave that little thing. So he didn't know what to do. So he looks down and says, "Who's there?" He says, "We are here, but we can't help you, because if you lose your grip, you will fall right into the valley and die." Then he says, he looks up I stop and he says, who else is there? He says, I'm God. Oh, God, you're God, God there. What should I do? He says, let go. Is anyone else there? Anyone is free to be just a friendly.
Well, are there more stories? The story you told at the beginning was really unusual. About I had never heard it about the woman who was clairvoyant.
Yes.
Baba said, "Go on with your work, don't change it." Were there other? Did that happen often? Are there other stories like that where someone thought they should give up what they were doing and Baba said, "Keep going"? Can you think of any other stories like that?
They will come, now what happened, the crows have eaten up all the brain. Now the skull is there and sometimes it comes and sometimes I have to ask, well, which is my room? Here. So if it comes, they have been such times. That's true. Because Baba said, yes, you go on with your work and I will help you. It is not that, that's what I told her yesterday when I talk. There should not be a thing, I'm not trying to convince you. There should not be a thought of convincing anyone about Baba or about what I'm saying. But it should be a free sharing of what I am convinced of. So now it is for you to decide. So likewise there have been such stories. So if I remember, I'll surely, if I don't forget, I'll surely give you some of the politicians have met Baba and then they said, Baba said, no, continue with your work and I will do it. But be honest. What do you call the Burton song, which is the song that honesty, 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 Baba, in all such cases that I know of, the main theme in his instruction was that be honest to your house. Be honest to your house.
When did you first find out about
It was you about you. How is it possible to find the infinite one? It's always the infinite one who finds us. So it's not really but that's a long story. When I was 14 years of age and I was traveling with my parents in a river compartment. At that time Baba was in Devlali near Nasi, and my parent had sort of a good position, so we were traveling in a high class and like that. And so our train stopped in May 1933. The train stopped there. And as it stopped, the door opened. As I don't know whether I'm right out, when the door opened. And Baba just stepped in. I looked at him, I was surprised at the boy was looking. And he sat on the bench, both over there. And I was with my other parents and all these things. And some people came in, and I said, my faint remembrance is this, that why are they not sitting, why are they standing around him like this? And the big people with mustache and all that, and Boa Sahib and all that, I don't know who were there. So anyway, and then somebody brought tea. So someone poured it and gave it to Baba. I said, well, he seems to be a good person, why should you offer tea like this? So as a child, I had these childish reminiscences about my Baba. And then I have no reminiscences. We traveled for 6 hours. He got down at Bombay, I got down at Bombay. I totally forgot about him. But just because Baba wants, that's why I say it is not our coming to Baba, but it is his bringing us to him through innumerable, unexpected, unimaginable ways. So I was at my cousin's place, and then I was playing in the yard, and it was hot summer. So I just went in to have a cool water from the chatty, when my cousin were telling my parents, oh, you traveled with Meher Baba. So I said, oh, that man's name is Meher Baba. Not being brought up in Hinduism, this name Meher and Baba, I was quite repelled by that name. So it went deep down in my unconscious, to cut it short, for 10 years. And then so many things happened during these 10 years, which somehow, and I cut all those things. So one day, I get a newspaper, and therein I read a small news that Sri Maharishi Sadguru Meher Baba went to this place, and that place I said, oh, that man, which he's a master, he's a saint. I had no idea of what a saint is, master is. All good persons are therefore the saints and masters, because they show the good way. So that is how, then I said, oh, I would like to know more about him. So it was again a coincidence that how I got a book about him. And then I wrote a letter, not to Baba, but to someone trying to get more information about Baba. But that letter was unexpectedly shown to Baba, and Baba said, well, and that Adi Kairani said, Baba had read your letter, he was happy, and you can ask him any question or any information. And I said, what question should I ask? My father had just passed away, we had lost so many things and all these things. I was interested in astrology, I was interested in hypnotism, so many other things.